Hello guys, we're going to solve a problem involving special equations and we're being asked for the ratio x over y. First, let's tidy up the denominators. Let's start with the first equation. Let's multiply x by 2 like this. 2xy plus 3 over 2y equals 5. If you do a cross multiplication here, you'll get 2xy plus 3 equals 2 times 5, which is 10, and don't forget the y, so it becomes 10y. Now, let's do the same thing for the next part. Multiply x by 2, so 2xy plus 3 over x equals 7. Friends, if we do another quick cross multiplication like this, we'll get 2xy plus 3 equals this time 7x. Do you notice this, guys? 2xy plus 3, 2xy plus 3, one equals 10y, and the other equals 7x. So if these two are equal to each other, then this part must also be equal to each other, guys. So here, 10y will equal 7x. Alright, this is also due to the rules of ratio and proportion. Look, what will x be? Guys, x is 1 of 10 or a multiple of 10. And y means it will be 1 of 7 or a multiple of 7. They asked me for x over y, friends. Let's show it like this. We'll call x 10k, and for y, we'll call it 7k. Let's simplify. Our result will be 10 over 7. Hello everyone, a certain amount of money. It's being distributed among 3 people in the ratio 4, 3, 2. If each of these 3 people had been given 200 Turkish lira less, the ratio would have been 3 to 2 to 1. Accordingly, they're asking how much the total amount of money distributed at first was, in Turkish lira. Okay, now guys, let's say we have people A, B, and C. Alright? Saying in proportion means direct proportion. What does that mean? Let me write it down for you, starting with person A. Person A received 4k. Person B received 3,000, and person C received 2,000 of this money, respectively. Great. Now, look at the second scenario. If each of these 3 people had been given 200 Turkish lira less. Let me write it down for you. So, he had received 4k. Let's give them 200 lira less. Minus 200, minus 200, minus 200. If that's the case, this ratio says it will be in the form of 3, 2, 1. So, this equals 3k. This equals 2k. And this equals k. Great. The question is already finished. Let me show you one of them. Look. 4k. Let's send 3k next to it, friends. I subtracted 3k from 4k. The value k will remain. If I move this 200 to the other side of the equation as plus 200 from minus 200, the value of k becomes 200. Look, in all of them, the value of k is 200. Are we clear? You're awesome. And here we got 200 as well. Now I know the value of k. It's asking for the total amount of money distributed at first. Friends, isn't this the total amount of money distributed at first? 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9k. That much money was distributed. You know the value of k. You come and write it in its place. We say that 9 times 200, which is 1,800 lira, was distributed, friends. That's good. Hi guys. A cow is tied to a tree with a 2-meter long rope. This cow feeds on the grass it can reach around it for 3 weeks. It asks, if the length of the rope the cow is tied with is doubled, how many days will this cow be able to feed? Alright, now, first, when we tie the cow with a 2-meter rope, we're going to find the area it can reach, friends. Let's do it like this. This is our center point. In other words, let's say this is where our tree is. Now, we've tied the cow to this tree and our rope is 2 meters long. Okay, so what will it do now? It's going to eat the grass in this area, right? We're figuring this out. We can find this using the area of a circle. And that's pi times r squared, friends. I've already written the note. Let's get started. Now, pi times our radius, which is 2. I squared the 2. So, we get an area of 4 pi from here. Super. Now it says. Again in the same area, this time it says to increase the length of the rope by 2 times. Okay, got it. I also multiplied 2 by 2. Now my radius is 4 meters. Alright. If we take pi times 4 squared here, we get an area of 16 pi. Great. So, what are we going to do now? Now guys, this animal is fed for 3 weeks in an area of 4 pi. Okay. We're going to ask, How many weeks would it be fed in an area of 16 pi? Super. This is a direct proportion. Why? Look, if the amount of area increases, the number of days or weeks will also increase. So, you can solve this with direct proportion, like this, okay, or 16. Notice that it's 4 times 4. Alright, then x also has to be 4 times 3. I can write this directly right away. If it's going to be 4 times, let's do it like this. Let me say times 4 for you. 4 times 3 is 12 weeks. Alright? What did they ask me for? They asked for it in days. So, we convert 12 weeks into days. I said times 7. 12 times 7 is 84 days. This cow is fed for 84 days, friends. Hello guys, below are shown the radii of 3 interconnected pulleys. It asks, when the 3 pulleys complete a total of 33 rotations, how many rotations has the smallest pulley made up to that point? Now the number of rotations or turns is inversely proportional to the radii of the pulleys. So, what do I mean by that? For example, it means that the pulley with the smaller radius will have more rotations than the pulley with the larger radius, guys. So, as we said, these are inversely proportional to each other. With inversely proportional quantities, you find the result by multiplying them together. Now, let's write it like this. Let's say this is the large pulley, friends. Let's call this the medium pulley and the small pulley. Now, the radius of the large pulley was 3r. What did I say? It's inversely proportional. I'm going to write it as a product. All right? Let the number of revolutions or turns of this pulley with a radius of 3r be a. Let it be a. Okay? Look, sorry, this means the number of revolutions. Revolutions. All right? Now, let's look at the medium pulley. Let the radius be 2r and the number of revolutions be b. The radius of the small pulley is r. So, let the number of revolutions or turns for this pulley with a radius of 1r be c. And I said, this is inversely proportional, right? Look, we wrote it in the form of a product. Let's do it like this. Now, let's combine this at the least common multiple of 3, 2, and 1. The closest could be 6k. So, we're going to bring all of these together at 6k. Now, if I multiply 2k by 3, I get 6k. If I multiply 3k by 2, for b, I'll have matched it to 6 as well. And if we multiply c by 6k, friends, that will also be matched to 6k. Look, these are our number of rotations. It says they've completed a total of 33 rotations. So, I'm adding 2,000, 3,000, and 6,000 and setting it equal to 33 rotations. I added 6 and 3. That's 9. Then I added 2. 11k. Let's write it like this. 11k equals 33. Let's simplify 33 by 11. K comes out as 3 from here. Great. It asks me to state the number of rotations of the smallest pulley. We had said the number of rotations of the smallest pulley is 6k, guys. Let me write it like this. So, let's substitute 3 wherever we see k. 6 times 3 is 18. So it has made 18 turns or rotations, we can say. That's it. Hello everyone, there are ratios between the ages of Ali, Deniz and Gamze as shown. It asks, since Ali is 5 years younger than Deniz, how old is Gams? Now, pay attention. Deniz is common in both equations, but in one it's equal to 4, and in the other it's equal to 5. What will you do? Taking Deniz as the base, friends, you will expand 4 and 5 to their least common multiple. We can do this at 20. So let's multiply the first equation by 5. And let's multiply the second equation by 4. Now look, here's what we get. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. In the second equation, 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 4 is 24, friends. Now, we're done with these. We don't need them anymore. Pay attention. Now Ali's age will be equal to 15 or a multiple of 15. And Deniz's age, guys, will be equal to 20 or a multiple of 20. And Gam's age will be equal to 24 or a multiple of 24. Are we good? All right. Now you're done with 4 and 5. I've got a single number now. Awesome. Now, let's continue. Ali, Deniz, and Gams. Ali's age, guys, is 15 or a multiple of 15. Deniz is 20 or a multiple of 20. Gams is also 24 or a multiple of 24. Now it says that Ali is 5 years younger than Deniz. Oh, okay, Deniz is 20k years old. So if Ollie is going to be 5 years younger, what does 20k minus 5 equal? Ollie's age. All right. Now, if you move 15k to the other side as minus 15k, you'll have 5k left here. And we move minus 5 to the other side as positive, so plus 5. So the value of k is 1 here. Awesome. They were asking for Gam's age, right guys? I had said 24k. If I substitute 1 wherever I see k, Gam's will be 24 times 1, so she will be 24 years old.